Today, from Oakland, California, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the home team taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State. And that's Russell Wilson.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
On first down, Wilson. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. So now you've got their offense coming out for the field position. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen the possession, they just there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 14 carries, 76 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Check, 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 check. Check 4, check 4. Check, check 4.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right up. Around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check 99, check 99.
He is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Oilers have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for the Raiders. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep?
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The numbers for Williams a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
I'm here all day. Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey,
They'll try and throw for it here. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on his spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Well, their first 4th down attempt. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football, that's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Come on. 47 Mike.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He wasn't ready. Mike's 47.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Terrace Marshall hitting double digits with his... touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 1 quarter, 14-7, our score. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter with Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And it's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of patience as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Oilers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They begin the drive with Williams. Able to slither by. And he's going to be taken down here with a flag on the field.
Oh, come on, baby.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Wilson's throw complete there to Smith. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
Mike 51. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the shotgun, Wilson looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A little bit of an issue. Had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there taken in by Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment.
Mike 47. Ready? Hey, check. 47. Check.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Check, 47.
To throw is Wilson.
Watch the twist.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
47's the mic. Alert. Go full strength. Alert flare.
Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Staying on his feet. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, check Mike.
Wilson will throw again.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Dancing to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turn it upfield for good yardage. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Certainly not as... throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. James Robinson, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe.
Halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway from the 6. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great starting field position as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a
rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rolling to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. But they're going to wrap him up.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They still can't get it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Russell Wilson. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on 1st down.
He ain't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Check your hot read.
On 1st down, Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. Watch 7. Watch. Single.
A quick throw complete to Chark.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Target. Hey, smash. 40, Mike, 40. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Well, hey, come on, Mike.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's get it. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Here's Wilson.
Check. Crunch.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get that. It's an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on. And so that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
For this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker, give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Watch it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer. Who's setting the edge? And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really
10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
47's the Mike, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Oh, the option to give to Williams here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, 2:23 to play. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a high throw there as this is knocked away. Down to the ground and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Watch the pass.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. It's Cook. And he's shy midfield at the 49-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
So don't say nothing. Hatch it.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards the gain. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnover.